Kendrick Lamar was tapped as the halftime performer at Super Bowl 59, and Drake better do everything in his power to stop him.
What the deal, everybody? My name Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. You know it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it.
What up, word? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep sending those Cashaps to CLBMG. I appreciate you, gang. Listen, full disclosure, I am Team Kendrick. I have always been Team Kendrick for quite some time now. I was very diplomatic throughout most of this battle, and I tried to be on one side or the other when the time was right. I tried to be balanced and fair, but right now I cannot be balanced and fair. I am extremely ecstatic that Kendrick was tapped to be the official halftime act of Super Bowl 59. Now, there's a lot of that goes with it, right? There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that I want to discuss. Now, I'm going to do a separate video on Lil Wayne not being a part of the Super Bowl while it's in New Orleans, but that's going to be another video. We're not going to get into all that right now. I just want to talk about why Drake needs to do everything he can to dead this. I'm not sure if it's going to be a but ain't no way Drake going to let this man hit that stage in February, what is it, February 9th? I don't know what the day is, but of 2025 and get up there and do no, I see dead people. Bam, bam, bam. He can't let that horn, he cannot let that horn, he can't let that horn blast happen. He can't, bro. I'm just dead ass. The simple fact of the matter is, I think it's like 1 billion people that's going to watch that Super Bowl, right? It's going to be like easily 1 billion people. The commercial's going to be crazy. The opening, everything going to be crazy. The fireworks, jets flying over. It's going to be the Star Spangled Banner. They're going to be doing all this crazy stuff. Super Bowl parties for 3-4 days. It's just going to be ridiculous. $1 million seat. Like, it's going to be the wildest thing you've ever seen, and the very last thing Drake wants right now in his career, which is, by the way, I'm just going to be honest with you, it is really, really in trouble. I'm just being 100%. I know Drake fans don't want to believe this, and they want to keep throwing up these streaming numbers and da-da-da-da-da, but careers don't go backwards, they go forwards, right? And if your career is going forward in a certain kind of way, that starts to dip. All the backward stuff is nothing but a Vegas. You just get a residency in Vegas when you got a lot of hits in the back of you. You need the hits in front of you to stay relevant. You understand what I'm saying? Drake is on his way to a Vegas residency, which he already did. But at the end of the day, this is going to be permanent, right? If we can reverse this. And the last thing Drake want to see is this man on Super Bowl doing a PDF, which a lot of dudes try to make it way more than it is. The word petty. Like, you're saying that, you're jamming to that. Like, dog, and nobody really cares about that, right? The song bangs. It's one of the hardest songs in years. You got little kids dancing to it. No one really cares about that word. And I'm going to be honest, I want my kids to know what that is. I'm just going to be honest. It ain't a bad word to me. Tell every kid should know what that is. So when the pedo try to get them or do something to them, they already know that this ain't right. So I don't mind that a kid says the word. I don't know why you would mind that a kid would say the word. So the word should be said. Now, I believe that what's going on with this situation is, for one, Jay-Z got a little get back. And Wayne got caught in the crossfire. First of all, Jay-Z is head of these people that pick who's going to perform. And Jay-Z had a lot of influence on getting Dr. Dre on that stage. And he got even more influence on getting Kendrick on that stage. Now, it's really, let's just be honest, Kendrick's getting on that stage. For one, they all in the group chat together. They cool. This is a political move. Yes, Kendrick had the biggest record of the year with Not Like Us. And Kendrick got 17 Grammys. And this is my man, 50 grand, 100%. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta say this, bro. This is a political move. This is a move by Jay. He inserted Kendrick in this conversation. There is no way that Kendrick is in the Super Bowl conversation without this battle, for two, without winning this battle, and for three, having the #1 record in the country still about a record about a guy that he's calling a PDF file, right? There's no reason for him to be on this Super Bowl stage. Now, I get it. He does a lot. He got a lot of music. I'm telling you, this is my man. So him being on the stage for the Super Bowl 100%. I'm with it, but at the same time, and I told you, we're not going to get into Lil Wayne, but Lil Wayne is from New Orleans. There is absolutely almost no reason that Lil Wayne is not tapped for this New Orleans show, right? You'd be hard-pressed to say, why would Kendrick be tapped at all, let alone over Lil Wayne in New Orleans, but we're going to get into that in a different video. The simple fact of the matter is, Jay-Z don't rock with Drake. They've been frenemies for years. But what I really didn't know until I watched Homegirl is when Drake dropped that EDM album, right? Honestly, never mind, that nobody really liked like that, right? And then Beyonce came out after him. I knew he kind of rushed it out, but I didn't know that he rushed it out because he wanted to beat her out. He helped her on her EDM house album, helped do some production, and then rushed one out of his own and try to say, oh, we was just chilling in Ibiza one night and just came up with it, and we just made all the music, da-da-da. I didn't know that he rushed out to undercut Beyonce's album with his own album, which clearly, I'm just going to be honest, wasn't sonically nowhere near as good, right? He had like 1 or 2 guys producing it that don't really do that kind of music, and you can tell. When you listen to Beyonce's house album, you're like, those are house producers. That is a house album. It was just a better record. I'm just being honest with you. But if I'm Jay and you snaked my wife like that, you're working on her, like, apparently you must have got the idea from her if you're working on her album before you even started yours. She's like, I'm doing a house album, bet. I'm going to come and work on you. I'm going to help you, da-da-da. And then you rush one out before I get to drop it. If I'm Jay, we enemies now, right? You know how people are saying, they pillow talking. You think Beyonce and Jay and pillow talking about this slimy mother? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there was a lot said about this dude, right? Now think about this. Master P was named a few days ago the head of the Super Bowl music committee for the New Orleans Super Bowl 59. And now Master P has come out with a post saying Lil Wayne should be part of the show, if not, should have been the whole entire show, right? I'm like, P, ain't you part of the music decision? Didn't they name you part of this, right? So I don't know what's going on, but Lil Wayne's DJ is upset and Master P, but at the end of the day, this was the homie group chat that Dr. Dre, Kendrick, Jay-Z, and whatever other, probably Swizz Beatz, they probably got a little group chat, one with Kanye and one without Kanye, right? And the Kanye one ain't been hit up in about 6 years, right? But end of the day, this is the homie rules. And Jay did a homie move not only to get Drake. Now, ain't no way in the world Jay didn't think of Lil Wayne. Ain't no way in the world that he didn't think Lil Wayne from New Orleans. But you know what he said? If Lil Wayne come out, then he gonna bring that hot yellow dude out from Canada with him. And I can't stop him. He's gonna bring him out. Even though there are rumors that they not clicking right now, right? If I'm Wayne, even if I'm not clicking with him, I need him for that Super Bowl. I'm just gonna be honest. Wayne could do it without him, but he can do it with him, right? Drake could have did the Super Bowl without Eminem and Snoop, but he can do it with him, is what I'm trying to tell you. So he's like, if I put Wayne on this thing, he gonna bring out Nicki, Drake, and everybody else that's kind of on the bubble that we not really rocking with. And Jay is for the culture, believe it or not. So Jay gonna rock with Kendrick. Jay was like, hold up, let me put a little bug in your ear. How about Kendrick Lamar? And the people, the powers that be, they're like, well, what has he done lately? They're gonna be like, what has he done? He literally just beat Taylor Swift and a whole lot of other people with his record. Half them dudes and that's part of that committee, that old good old boy network probably don't even know that song, probably don't even know who he is. They probably heard about it. You really think they going around bumping that? You really think they know about what's going on with the beef? Yeah, they might have heard about the beef. They're not up on those records like that. I'm just gonna be honest. Believe it or not, guys, everybody in the world are not bumping Drake and Kendrick's beef records. Especially old white men in their 70s and 80s that are very rich. And they day-to-day consists of making more money, right? They don't really care about all that. So who in that room gonna say, let's put Kendrick on? It's gonna be Jay-Z. And they want his muscle. They want him to stick around, right? They want to put their arm on his shoulder. We got Jay-Z. See, we're diverse, right? We're in tune with the streets, right? They want to make it. They got Black Lives Matter on all the helmets and erase racism on the jerseys, right? They trying to revamp themselves because people forget when that Colin Kaepernick thing happened. The NFL was enemy number one, so they went and got Jay-Z, started writing all this stuff on them helmets and the jerseys, and they changed the narrative. Now the narrative is we're cool, right? What's cooler than bringing on the guy who just was in the biggest hip-hop battle on earth? What's cooler than slapping him on the Super Bowl, right? You know he gonna bring SZA, he gonna bring TDE, he probably bring Rihanna out. Remember, they got a song together, remember? This thing gonna be crazy. I'm telling you right now, you ain't seen this yet, what's gonna happen. You probably get Snoop again. you probably get Dr. Dre again, right? This thing gonna be a serious problem, bro. He's worked with a lot of people that don't like Drake. So at this time, Drake can do nothing unless he stops that man from give him COVID or something. I don't know what he can do. Unless he stops that man from hitting this stage, we might really be having a funeral for this dude. I'm dead at, like, once this record is already through the roof, but once it hits that Super Bowl stage, you know that these records go up 600% after you perform. So everything in his catalog already went up since the battle. Everything, right? But now, when he hit that stage and every song he does starts ringing off, even old, like all the old stuff, everything, right? From Good Kid, Mad City, Section 80, all this old, he starts bringing all this old stuff up. You're gonna realize he got 40 joints, right? You're gonna realize, oh my God, I forgot this guy got this many records. It's like when I went to see Nas and it's like Nas got a 2-hour show and I'm like, oh my God, he's still going. I forgot he had this many records. That's what it's gonna be like. Drake, you got to get in front of this, bro. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do what your PR team is probably trying to tell you, or your what's the people that clean up things for you, right? Your crisis management. We can't let him hit that stage. You got to do everything in your power. Pull the plug, cut the lights off. You got to do everything to mess that performance up, because that man get on that stage, it's a wrap. When that song is going to be, it's already iconic, but then it's going to be like watching Michael Jackson when he did the Super Bowl. It's going to be forever. Like, this moment in time is eventually going to fade. But once he get that Super Bowl stage and get that world look for 1 billion people in all these different countries and languages, it's going to be bad. And maybe, let's say maybe they told him that's the one song he can't do. It's possible. They may make him not do that song or make him omit. I'm sure they're gonna make him omit certain words, right? It's certain words. It's only about, I want to say about 4, 5 words they'll make him omit, but the rest can just go time. Now, if he don't perform the song, it's gonna be a lot of upset people. I'm just being honest with you. But if he does perform the song, it's some very negative undertones in that music. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but I know one thing: Drake cannot have this happen, especially after he was talking about a round 2. And Kenny comes out on the commercial, says, ain't no round 2s. You can't win the championship with round 2 because it don't exist. That's a hit and a half for your ass. I saw the video last week, a couple days ago, about, he posted on his story, something about, we will win round 2. Round 2? That's what y'all thinking about? I thought he was unbothered. I thought he said at the end of Hard Part 6, you did it to death. I'm good. You won't get no response. I thought he was good. I thought Yachty said he's so unbothered with it, right? Now you want round 2. How can it be round 2 this late in the game? All he got to do is not even respond to you. It's going to look even worse. Because if you go in round 2, now just imagine, you go in round 2 and he don't respond. So he do the same thing that you did to Joe Budden. When Joe Budden made those 4 diss records and you never responded to one, you just laughed. Because you had the upper hand and you didn't need to respond. Now he got the upper hand and he don't need to respond, right? Or two, he go 5 + 5 and drop them diss records on you. And they worse. And then round 2, you lose 2. Like Jay-Z said, dig a hole at that point. So I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off of here. Drake, right? You got to stop this. You got to figure something out. Food poisoning, some type of smoke inhalation, something. Because if you let this man hit the stage, it's a wrap. And the sad thing, right? The sad thing about it is, if we get a round 2, that nobody cares about, that's going to be even worse. If you drop this so-called red button that you got going on and nobody cares, it's going to be even worse. So I would say leave it alone. Just try to withstand it and keep that man off that stage. I don't think you're going to be able to do it. The dude probably got security of the first world at this point. I know they probably expecting some kind of attack. You know what I'm saying? It's a cyanide or something. But, you can't let it happen, Drake. You got to get at him, bro. You ain't going to be able to do it with the rapping. This man's too good. I'm just dead ass. You're not going to be able to, the rapping ain't going to work. This is rapping's not going to work. So you need to figure out something else. I don't know. Sleeping pills, a dart gun. You know what I'm saying? Something to just make him too sleepy on that night, right? Big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl. It's as big as the Super Bowl, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, share. Keep sending those cash apps. I appreciate you, gang. Let me know what you think Drake gonna do, because I don't think there's really nothing he can do. This is humiliating on a very, very big level. This is the worst thing that this guy could have ever had happen. But I'm gonna leave it at that. CLBMG. I'm gonna catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.